All right, what's up guys? It's Logie Drake. As most of you know, I had a heart attack in my past at 25. I'm 28 now. I am finally thinking about hopping back on some steroids. Given what my blood work says, this video is going to be showing you just the basics, going up to my doctor and talking to her about my blood work. We're seeing right now I am natural, I am on this arm, but this as of last week since I've seen my doctor, we're gonna talk about my blood work, and depending on where that goes is depending on if I'm gonna hop on steroids. Just because I had a heart attack, this is a big deal. We're gonna see if it's gonna tank or not. More than likely, I'm gonna be hopping back on it. So bear with me, this is gonna be a vlog throughout the next 12 weeks, just talking about everything that I'm gonna be doing, whether it be eating, steroids, what steroids I'm taking, how my blood work's gonna be happening. If I do hop on steroids, it's gonna be doing blood work every 3 weeks, every 3 to 4 weeks, and seeing how that plays a role in everything. If everything's going good, then we'll see how ripped and shredded I get. If it doesn't, then I'm still gonna get ripped and shredded, obviously. There is a lot of information that my doctor and I talked about, so just stay tuned, bear with it, push through. There's a lot of information, beneficial information in there that you might wanna pay attention to if you ever do think about hopping on something and being stupid at a young age. Just to, take precaution at what you're doing. And if you guys do end up liking everything, I want you to hit right now that like, share, and subscribe button. Leave a comment down below if you do have any questions. Like I said, you'll see that throughout the video. And yeah, hope you guys enjoy it. This blood work I just got done was, I don't know, maybe 4 weeks ago that we're gonna talk about today. With the way I feel like my testosterone has boosted. Just the way I get better pumps, I feel better. I'm not so tired throughout the day anymore. I mean, I am tired still throughout the day, so I know my test is still low, but I know it's probably higher than it was. The last time I got it checked, I think I was sitting around the 200 to 300s level. The highest we ever got me up naturally was 400 something. 400s, in the 400s, like mid 400s. I told her that if I hit 800, if my testosterone's in the 800s right now, that I won't touch gear. I won't even touch the stuff. I'll just keep on keeping on, I bet you no more than 500. And that's still low. Like, you go to a regular doctor and they do your blood work, they're gonna be like, you're within 300 to 1200. Like, okay, like you're still normal, even though I'm sitting at 300. Like, no, I'm not normal. I'm 28 years old. Like, I should be up at least 800 to 1,000 at the minimum, I think, So being at 200, 300, 400, be like, yeah, you're good. Nah, I'm not good. So this person I'm going to, Kat, she's out of like the mecca of bodybuilding gyms in Colorado, which is Armbrust. Her practice is attached right to Armbrust, so we'll be working out Armbrust today. And she's the one that's kind of gotten me on all these vitamin regimens and everything for the past 4 years since my heart attack. And the reason my anxiety has been high is because I'm super stressed about everything. I'm scared as shit to get back on any gear at all. Many reasons. One, like we were talking about earlier, being dependent on it. Like, if I want to just do this cycle 10 weeks tops and then get off, wean off and then not get back on it. But is that realistic? Can you really do that? From my memory, it's really hard. I feel like steroids are addictive as well. That's one thing why I'm scared to do the gear now. Two, I don't want to get snappy. I have a baby on the way. I don't want to get irritable in any kind of way. I remember I never really got too irritable before when I was even taking really high doses, stupid amounts. So I don't think I'll have a problem with that. Skin, I never really had a whole problem with, it's like breaking out, but I'm a little bit worried about that too. And then 3, the thing I'm scared about the most is dying. I don't want to die. Like, just because I had my heart attack once before, what's going to happen now? Like I said, you go back to it, it just hits you 10 times harder because your body reacts and remembers to all those chemicals. So I don't know. It's been 4 to 5 years since I've touched anything, so what's gonna happen? That's the factor of this whole shebang. So one, I want to see how far I can push myself and probably compete again one time in my life, depending on how it reacts with my heart. Two, like I said, I've been kind of tired lately. Like, I have to get a big old dose of caffeine before I go work out, and I feel like that's not right either. I should have a lot more energy throughout the day without caffeine. Another reason why I want to do this whole video and start vlogging it is because I want to show, there's been so many influencers online now, like Sam Solik and, you know, Devin Bernardo, or even like Chris Bumstead. They don't advertise it, but they're all on drugs, and all these kids look up to them. Over the past 3 years, it's been blown up and exposed and exploited all over the internet, to where like I know every gym I go into, I see teenagers on drugs like I used to do, like all these teenagers on gear, and I just want to. I had a heart attack. It almost killed me because I was doing it wrong, right? I was blocking first I had gyno. That's another reason why I'm scared to do testosterone. But first I had gyno, and my dick didn't work for a year and a half. My mental capacity was kind of like all out of whack, and I was just blocking my testosterone for years straight, trying to get that gyno to swell down. Never doing blood work, ever doing blood work, because I hated needles. So if I didn't have to have a needle in me, I wasn't gonna have one. So eventually it just caught up with me. Well, I can see all these kids kind of following my footsteps, and I don't want people to drop dead from heart attacks. I heard that you can do this right, and I'm a living factor. If I do this and I come out right, and if I'm doing everything on the healthy end and everything's okay, then that kind of goes to show that, like, I had a heart attack. It's not going to kill me, you know, like it's not going to kill you if you're smart about it, right? Now, maybe I do start doing testosterone. I start this up here in a week, and then all of a sudden my levels get spiked and it looks like I'm going to die. I'll definitely hop off immediately, and that'll just go to show that you can't do it. You know, like it's going to be harmful on you no matter what, really, especially if you have heart issues or health issues already. This doctor we're going up to see, she's a holistic doctor. She used to be like a practitioner. I don't know, like a regular. Don't quote me. I don't know all the doctor, you know, degrees or whatnot. But she used to be an actual doctor until she didn't like the rules and everybody telling her how to run things. So she split off and does her own practice, and she calls herself a holistic doctor. And she's like the most intelligent woman I've ever seen in my life. Other than my wife and my family, my grandmas and sisters and mother, she's my favorite lady on the planet. She's definitely been there for me since my heart attack and has changed my life completely. Most people would come back from a heart attack and be freaked out and not want to do anything anymore. Well, she's been comforting enough to make me feel like I can still live a life. Because when I had my heart attack, I broke down crying. I was so upset, you know, because I was just getting these brand ambassador deals, or like, you know, supplement companies and like magazines and TV shows and whatnot. They're starting to hit me up. I started getting big. I was blowing up on my social media at the time, just starting to get things rolling, on the ball rolling, and then bam, I had that heart attack, and I thought my life was done. Before I met her, when I was taking all the drugs that the doctors prescribed me, the blood thinners and whatever else, the cholesterol medication, everything, they were overdosing me to the point where I almost died a second time because they got my heart rate so low. I was getting down to like the 32 beats per minute when I'd go to sleep. And there was one day where I was sitting there on my couch watching TV, and I got so flushed and dizzy that I was like, I passed out on my floor, and I had to go to the hospital, and they're like, man, this guy's heart rate's so low. So they were trying to adjust my dosages, and I was like, you know, this is not right. I'm done with this. Like, they don't know what to do with me. I need to get out of here. They're medicating me like I was a 80-year-old man that was having a heart attack. Like, you can't do that. I'm excited to see where this goes. I'm going to do everything right. I stopped smoking, which is the hardest thing. I've been a smoker from weed since I was, 16 years old, nonstop. That could have been another reason why I had a heart attack. Obviously, I'm not a doctor. I don't know all the ins and outs, and I don't know all the terms for everything. So she will be able to explain it a hell of a lot better than I'm going to be able to explain it.
I look like a bag of money I'm on. They want to know what I'm on. Got diamonds dancing on my neck. That is the vibe I'm on. Drip way too lit. Who gon' check? You can tell me none.
We're here at my doctor's place. We're about to go talk to her. You're gonna see how much of a beast she is. Even more beastly than Mr. 7-time Mr. Olympia Phil Heath. No, we're gonna go in there, talk about my blood work, discuss everything that I've been doing over the past 4 years. You're gonna love her. She's gonna be super knowledgeable. Anything you guys have questions on, you probably leave down in the comments. Get back to it for next time I go and talk to her. After we get done talking to her though, we're gonna go straight over to the gym. over here, which is the bodybuilding mecca. This is where seven-time Mr. Phil Heath, seven-time Mr. Olympia Phil Heath works out. We're gonna get a good old workout here with my doctor and her coach, and probably gonna hit a back day. So stay tuned for that. It's gonna be here real soon. This is Kat. Hi, Kat.
Hey, honey, how are you?
Good. How about you?
Oh, fantastic.
Good.
Ask me out and leave me alone. You know I be popping off, switching lanes, swiping cars.
But one of the things is that when testosterone creates that negative feedback loop, then it shuts down your LH and your FSH. So your natural production of testosterone will decrease.
Of course.
And then you become dependent on it, right?
Yes.
So even if a doctor gives you a small amount, it could reach a level on a daily, on a basis, like a single point injection, that it naturally shuts down. And then you have to go to TRT.
Because that's what we did try that for
Yep.
2 weeks once.
Yep.
We did a 2-week supplemental dose, and it pretty much shut me down.
Yep.
But I was trying to
Immediately.
explain that maybe is because, like any other drug, your body reacts to something that it's recognized to, and I did blast, milliliters at a time for 7 years on and off, right? And
At a young age.
at a very young age, yes. And so giving us that supplemental dose, I think my body was just like, oh, I remember this, but that's not enough.
Right.
Because I'm so used to the 750 milligram range. If I do hop back on, I want to get my blood work done every 3 weeks. I'm saying, because I don't, if one thing's off, I'm done. I don't want to continue it because my health is more important. My longevity is more important.
Right.
But I'm very curious to see is how my body reacts even after my history.
Everybody wants to make it all about one thing, right? I mean, you and I have talked about this. I want to see my testosterone up. I want to see my, it's not just about the testosterone. It's a balance of all of them together. So those are all those. Your pro-BNP, which is, of course, this is the big one that tells our stress markers on our heart, right? This is the big one that we monitor. You want it less than 184. You were up at 83. You've actually gone down to 70.
Good, yeah, right on. I was all stressing over my heart yesterday.
Look at that. Your heart is doing great.
All right.
DHEA, of course, is the precursor to our androgen. This is I like to call this the mother of all hormones, this one the father of all hormones. Okay? So DHEA then converts to androstenedione, which then goes to testosterone. Which your testosterone is sitting at 426, which is one of the highest we've actually seen it at.
Yes,
It's not
400.
optimal.
It's not optimal.
It's not optimal.
No, I want
right?
double that.
I know.
That's what I want.
I want you at
double
852.
Yeah,
Okay? But it is much better.
Then
now,
we've been at, yeah, that's my highest, I think. 410, I think, was definitely our second highest. 426.
Yep.
I think that's one of the major reasons I had a heart attack in the first place.
Right.
Because I was trying to shut down my estrogen for years straight.
Because for estrogen, it needs to be at least 25 for men because it is this very beautiful thing, cardioprotective. Protects that beautiful heart of yours.
Yeah, and I was blocking it for as long as possible.
Exactly.
Trying to keep my gyno down.
Exactly.
Dummy.
You're not a dummy. It's
Bro
science. Exactly. I think you've heard me say that a few times.
Yeah.
All right, are you almost ready to go work out?
Yeah, are we hitting legs? Or are we hitting
Yes.
back?
We're doing legs.
Back? Hamstrings?
Sure. So Dylan Armbrust took over Armbrust Pro Gym in 2008. It was just a pro gym. And he decided he wanted to make a mecca for bodybuilding, especially in Denver. So his whole thing was, I want to build it, and then they'll come, right? So as you can tell, it's a lot more equipment that has to do with, building for bodybuilding, as well as leaning out, right? So he's traveled all over the United States, probably all over the world, looking for great equipment to add to this gym. He also puts it in different sections. So he'll put all back together, all chest together, so that when you superset between two things, you can actually optimize how your rep set is and how everything goes. We also, because we are home to a lot of Olympians, including the former Mr. Olympia, Phil Heath, this was his home gym. In fact, before he won the first Olympia, he told Dylan, when I win, I want you to have my parking spot, which is the spot that sits right in front of my office.
Look at them glutes.
So this place, he also wanted to make sure we don't have any fitness things, but he wanted to make sure a place where competitors could come and they could learn how to pose. Because not only is competition about how your body looks, but it's how it looks in front of a mirror, in front of judges, as well as how does it look overall. So Logan's done a show before, so he can show you, our stage lighting is set up so that people can stand on the diagonal and then walk to the center.
A year ago, I wouldn't have been able to do this. I got some good legs. I'm getting some good legs on me.
So it's all about, so if he got called to the centers, then he would pose and give his best pose, right? It's all about how you pose. Perfect.
I need some practice on my pose.
But that's how it's about. So we have MMA fighters who come in here who also do some boxing.
Split squat?
Yeah.
Split squat.
Oh, yeah, fun. Fuck. My favorite.
Dylan also wanted to incorporate a bunch of different people, like he wanted to bring in nutritionists and he wanted to bring in different coaches. And so when he purchased this building, that's actually when he was my coach, and he said, I want you to come and have your office here.
I'm gonna start off with one, Kat.
I want it to be a place where people can come, they can optimize with their health, with their wellness and everything. He also wanted to have a place where people could go outside. So those garage doors will open up. They can open up in the summertime. We can release the gates. We have tires in the back. We have tons of things. So you'll see people out here in the summertime doing walking lunges, doing sled pushes, optimizing the thing. As well as, which is a cool addition, during COVID, we decided, hey, we want to still train. So we have an outdoor training center. Right now it's covered under snow, but it is great in the summertime. This is where we can train outside. It's awesome. So where Logan and I decided to train today was in what we call the infamous leg room. So we have some of the best leg equipment anywhere. You see the pit shark right there? It allows you to go deep in your squats without putting it on your shoulders, as well as putting it on your neck. We also have what's called the pendulum squat, which is right here. This allows it to hit on the shoulders without putting, so you can go heavy in weights, but then not have it hit your back of your neck. I broke my neck when I was 17. I don't like to have any pressure on the back of my neck, so I want to make sure that I optimize my squats by doing either that or the pit shark.
Oh my God.
So we have one thing which is called the vertical leg press. That is actually a leg press that drops straight down in vertical. So instead of a leg press coming at an angle, this one actually comes straight down on you, allowing to optimize into your hamstrings and your glutes. So these are private offices back here that are run by coaches, the Armrest Pro Gym itself, and then there's also coaches, as well as a masseuse, as well as a chiropractor, and other things. This is where my office was originally. Then I moved to a bigger space.
Holy shit. My fucking ass.
That's 45 minutes, so good.
Oh, that was good. That was real good.
But we didn't want to give him a heart attack today. That's why he's working out with his doctor. Oh, you wet.
All right.
Bye, guys.
All right. See you later, Kat. Oh yeah, look at that. Woo! Here, hold on.
Oh.
So a rundown for everything. Not doing steroids yet. Unfortunately, again, for over 4 years of trying to get on it, this lady just does not want me on it. Bummer. But some things are looking up. I'm giving her 4 weeks of everything she told me to do, staying away from certain foods, gluten and wheat, which is gonna be kind of a bitch, but I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do this whole methylene stuff that she's talking about, those B vitamins, and we're gonna see how that reacts to my body. Like I said, this is I do want to live long. I don't want to die, and I want longevity out of it. So although I want to get on testosterone, it's not going to happen for another 4 to 6 weeks. I mean, if things go good, then I may never hop on testosterone, but I want to. That's the goal, is to be able to get on it with her giving me a sort of half-assed blessing because she'll never give me a full blessing. But if my testosterone does not bump up close to the 800s within the next 6 weeks, if it doesn't even go to 600 within the next 6 weeks, I'm gonna get on it. I'm just gonna do it. I'm gonna say fuck it and hop on and see what happens. And if I know she won't be happy with me, but that's that, you know. But if she can be as big as she is and not be on anything, then I guess I can be big too. If you guys have any questions whatsoever, leave some comments down below. If you think I'm gonna get on steroids, if you think I'm gonna be a little bitch about it or not, leave a comment down below. I wanna see a yes or no. What do you think's gonna happen? Am I gonna hop on? Is my test gonna go up? I wanna know what you think. If you have any questions for Kat or I, leave a comment below. Hate or not, love, don't give a shit. Anything matters, just leave a comment. If you wanna know more, I'm gonna be posting a lot more. If you wanna get notified for next time I get to another video with Kat, hit that subscribe button. And yeah, we'll see how it goes. I'll be vlogging every day for the next 12 weeks to see my meal, my reaction to my SARMs, whatever I'm taking, my new supplements, how I'm feeling. And yeah, we'll go from there, see if I get any more strength gains or whatnot. So like I said, leave that comment and drop a like, hit that subscribe button.